Hearts Kotoko joint statement made a couple of requests. They say that they want the security situation rectified. GFA has come out with new security and safety protocols. They also say that they want an autonomous league or a league run by another body that is not called the GFA.
They want automatic spots on the EXCO.
I have a question. Isn't that what Galka is supposed to do? Or me, I'm confused.
That is supposed to be
the welfare body.
Am I missing something?
So ideally,
But he's not part of Galka.
Because he said, "What's the football person?"
Hold on. You see, basically, what's going on is that if Galka was functioning at an optimum, this is something they should have been able to push.
Pressure group.
Yep, this is something they should be able to push. But the truth is that if you are looking for an autonomous league, it needs to be a whole company. It can't just be a welfare body. It needs to be like properly run, like the way the Premier League do their stuff. Like,
but you see, even the Premier League, the way the Premier League came about was because the breakaway is not the ideal model.
Yep.
Because you see that most countries, like even though the league is separate, it's still working with the FA. So this autonomous body,
the FA still come in.
They'll still get to work with the club. The truth is, you can't run the football competition in a country without the FA.
Yep.
It doesn't work. That
the autonomous can work. The FA can have a role to play.
Yep.
But they will not call the shot.
Yep. You don't decide where referees go. You won't decide club licensing
when
issues.
When there's a sponsorship package, they don't go and sit down for Kotoko to say, I've gone to sign this contract.
And those of you who requested for that too. Yes. That they have a proper setting whenever there's a contract is signed.
Then somebody said that we've gone to sign it.
Can somebody pull that up for me? I think
have it here.
Please read a few of the key points for me.
Okay. So this is from
I have a lot to say on this matter.
This is from the let me see. Okay, it's a long document, but let me just highlight the salient stuff.
Yeah.
So they said enforcement of pre and post safety and security reports from club safety and security officers, regional sports safety and security coordinators, incomplete submission of reports by match officials. So that's the caption for you.
Okay.
So the point, just a quick summary on that. So the GFA shall establish a safety and security reporting console for monitoring, evaluation, and compliance. This reporting too shall include a pre-match and post-match security report. The pre-match security report shall include, but not be limited to, the following: expected number of spectators, risk assessment of the match and mitigating measures to curb this risk, deployment of security personnel with adequate information on the member of police, stewards, fire service, etc. on match day. The pre-match report must reach the decks of the safety and security department not later than 48 hours before the Premier Division 1 or Women's League match. Pictorial evidence of a pre-match security meeting shall be held at least 48 hours. Now, the post-match security shall include, but not be limited to, stadium attendance, security incident detail, mitigating measures deployed, if any, number of actual security operatives in attendance, adherence to access control mechanism by players, officials, and spectators, level of cooperation between security stakeholders, etc. Pictorial evidence of security briefings of police and stewards.
But this is the part that really gets me. They said, finally, as soon as possible, then they started listing, the league should be made autonomous and run by an independent management team. The GFA should work towards the exemption of match proceeds from VAT and other similar deductions. The GFA should disclose to Kotoko and Hearts before the commencement of each football season the total number of our matches that will be televised to ensure that a fair percentage of the revenue from sponsorship and TV rights deals is determined and duly paid to us. Kotoko and Hearts should be automatically represented on the GFA Executive Committee, and that falls under the finally as soon as possible category. So they broke it down. So there's in the interim, there's the
short term,
subsequently, and there's finally as soon as possible. So what I just read falls under or fell under the finally as soon as possible category. So they are demanding for automatic spots on the GFA Executive Council. They are demanding for a fair representation when it comes to the amount of money generated from TV right deals, and on top of that, they are calling for an autonomous body to run the league.
Not in the TV rights, though. They're not even just asking for a fair amount. They want to know the contents of the contract.
Part of the discussion.
They want to be privy to the discussions and the contents of the contract.
And this afternoon, the sports minister also met the Kotoko IMC, and the IMC chairman Nana Penkrewa also made an appeal to sports minister Kofi Adams that yes, he should help them with this autonomous business, and on top of that, the VAT. Right now, the standard payment is 17.5%, which is very high. So they are arguing along the lines of the entertainment industry, who have a 3% flat rate.
And sports too is entertainment.
Yes. So 3% flat rate, you beat down the charge from 17.5.
That's a lot of money.
Yes. So and he added that after paying that 17.5% or getting that charge deducted, there are other deductions that are made because they play at the stadium.
That's how they end up with 100 CDs after.
Gaka will take their charge. GFA will also take some. National Ambulance Service, fire. Everybody will take some. So, but at the end of the day, if you make, let's say, 150,000 at the gate, by the time you do all these deductions, 45% or 40% is gone. And you are left with like 700,000, maybe like 850,000. But the remaining 600,000, 650,000 could have done so many things for the club. And how many times do you make proceeds of, let's say, 150,000 Ghana cedis at the gate from a Premier League game? So that puts them in a very tough spot, and that's why they're asking for all these kind of demands to be met.
Let me just hold on, Abeku, before you come in. Hold on.
That's a true pass. The triangle.
Hold on. Just before you coming, right? There were just a few other factors that Hearts and Kotoko also asked for that you guys didn't read. So let me just touch on those quickly before we move. So they say that in the interim, is that in the interim it's imperative that the FA takes immediate control of security arrangements, blah blah blah. Okay. Subsequently, the Gbadigbe Commission reports must be fully implemented. They mentioned this. The number of police personnel deployed for category A and B matches should be at least 100. They say in addition, at least 20 military men personnel should be deployed to category A matches and some category B matches with a high risk of danger. 3. Security personnel must be from other stations in the region and not from the locality of the match venue. Very important. Very important.
Familiarity. After you are done with this, I would want to read a point that we can link it to this point. That they say that the police shall appoint a security personnel in each region. So, like, if you have Instruction playing before Katano, the police personnel should come from where? In Swatre.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that.
I mean, that's basically what they are saying. That Hearts and Kotoko say that should not be happening.
Yes.
So the police.
But then the safety security protocol from the GFA is saying that we should have the personnel based. This people see when you go to watch the game. These people, they know the perpetrators.
Yeah,
they don't know them.
You let me continue. He said security cameras should be installed at all league centers. A new risk assessment must be undertaken to categorize matches properly. A match scheduled at a league center which does not meet the criteria for hosting matches of that category should be moved to an appropriate venue. The club licensing department should define new minimum standards that all Premier League venues must meet. And then to finish it up,
as soon as possible.
They say the league should be made autonomous and run by independent body. Yes. The GFA should work towards the exemption of match proceeds from VAT. You read that? Kotoko and Hash should be okay. So yes. Abe, could you have your pass? Please score the goal.
Remember that's it. Ben, the 3 pointers or 4 that you have raised that the clubs are talking about that is pressing and that they want those details to happen before they want them happen before they get back to play football. It's bogus.
I.e., which one is this?
Yeah. Read one. I'll tell you. One? The one what you read. What you know what you read. So you read what you read. What can
as soon as possible?
As soon as possible.
Yeah, that part.
Okay, relax. Give me a second.
they say they talk about the Badobe Commission of Inquiry.
Yep.
It was situated around a player transfer, a player that played for Kumasi Asante Kotoko that was transferred out of the country, forgotten the club. That's involved Nana Sambri Butler, then the chairman of the Football Federation, then the Kotoko chairman. I've forgotten the name. I'll recall and let you know. These were what the Badobe Commission of Inquiry in 1999 was centered around. It was centered around player transfer. So what are the clubs talking about?
So the league should be made autonomous and be run by an independent management team. The GFA should be
autonomous.
Let's
stand on the so the Badobe Commission that they are calling for it to be is bogus. They don't know what it is about. It involves player transfer. The situation on grounds is in relation to player transfer. Is any club having issues with player transfer? How does a player get transferred to a foreign club out of the country?
Fair point.
Because the pointers are plenty.
So the GFA should work towards the exemption of match proceeds from VAT.
Let's stay on the autonomous issue.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
The autonomous league matter was raised initially, which a committee was set, headed by Tobe Afede the 14th.
I remember.
They asked these clubs to pay a certain amount. Now, how do they own this? I mean, this whole company, they will have to register it as a limited liability company. Then every club would have a share. Now, how many clubs do play the Ghana Premier League now?
18.
So the 18 Ghana Premier League clubs would have a share in that company. How would they own a share in that company? They are then asked to pay about 10,000. I've forgotten the figure exactly. 100,000 Ghana cedis to own a share in the company. Now, what happens is that when you get relegated, you give your shares to the club that is coming promoted, i.e., promoted from Division 1. The 3 clubs promoted from Division 1, from Zone 1, Zone 2, and Zone 3. You give your shares to that club, and then the clubs will pay. So the clubs coming will then also pay to be part of, the entity. The club didn't come to, perfect conclusion on this matter. The clubs that were ready to pay for this thing to happen was Kotoko and Accra Hearts of Oak. Which club do we have in Ghana Premier League currently? We have Bibiani Gold Stars, Accra Hearts of Lions, Nations FC, Bechem United, Mediama,
so you need
Chelsea,
to say that
Young Apostles.
So you're basically saying that the autonomous league, as was discussed,
it's a discussion that's been.
You mean it has been put in the prison? It is not going to come out anytime soon.
No, these clubs are not ready to pay.
They are not ready to pay yet.
Yes,
but when you have the manager of the league go and sign contract, and it's not transparent with them.
I don't even know how the clubs allow that to happen.
Coach, listen. Coach, listen. I've sat in meetings where there've been explanations to TV rights money, headline sponsorship money, and what have you.
No, but Abe, hold on. Just on that point, right? I mean, if I'm a shareholder of a product, and we have money coming in, for instance, the league, right? We have money coming into the league. I shouldn't be subject to an explanation. I should be privy to the contract. Like, I am a part owner of this.
That's the point. That's why I'm coming to.
Okay.
So I'm saying in the meeting, everything is discussed.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is discussed and well explained to i.e. the clubs who make up the FA, and they get to understand details of this, contracts and what have you. Now, what happens is that instead of CEOs to be sitting in such meetings, sometimes you find team managers. Sometimes you find operation directors.
Supporters.
Sometimes you find a certain supporter that they trust most.
PROs.
Sometimes you find PROs. It's why sometimes I'm able to find myself in such meetings. So you're a supporter. I don't matter. Look, listen. No,
let the guy land.
Look, let me say, please. I acted as a marketing
were you a supporter or a PR?
Of course, you know.
Please.
Oh, no, I don't know.
The guy has 3 minutes. I have other things to do. Please land for me.
This guy. See, Ben. So the issue of getting the league into autonomous and what have you, the clubs are not ready. It's only Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko who are ready to pay that 100,000 Ghana cedis to be part of it. What was the other pointer? So that one, it won't work.
Towards the exemption of match proceeds from VAT and other similar deductions.
For of course, some of these issues has been discussed. It's been discussed already. So
okay,
they have to through
Ghana. The should disclose to Kotoko and has before the commencement of each football season the total number of our matches bogus. That will be televised.
How is that bogus?
No. Let's explain. I'll explain.
No. You see, everybody has.
How many games? Have had to play in a season. 17 plus the 2 himself and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, somewhat around 19, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, how many home matches do they play? Home matches, I say 17. Hold on.
Let him build this point.
24. So
17. Relax. Yeah. So how many home matches do they play?
17.
Fantastic. So the 17 home matches that they will play, if all of the 17 should be televised on TV, you need the FA, of course, to explain how much you will get. But they claim that a chunk of the money should be given to them.
Of course, that's
no way. What about the other clubs?
No, but if they are not saying the other clubs shouldn't get money,
they are saying that they should get a bigger percentage.
Cannot get as same as they get.
Why?
If you want to spend,
Why? If you are getting the league, hold on. If you want to get the league to be an autonomous body, we are all paying the same amount to split shares. Hold on for me. To split shares, then we come on board after everyone is having equal share in the company. Then you tell me that when somebody brings his money in to sponsor the league, I should give you a chunk of the money. What are you trying to communicate?
Hold on.
Was there a bigger draw?
No, nobody.
No.
I understand.
Hold on. I've put the microphone so because this is about to go back forth. It's not necessary. The truth of the matter is that if I am Hearts of Folk or Kotoko, a lot of the teams in the league only really sell out their grounds when Kotoko and Hearts of Folk come around. No.
But there are other regional derbies.
Oh,
there are other regional derbies. But that is why.
Fair, but I'm saying that
if I play a Vipers and the Busuan Dwarfs, it sells.
No, hold on.
You're making a point that the only game that sells is a Kotoko and say Busuan Dwarfs at the Robert Wilson or Cape Coast Stadium.
But Abeku,
it's a category A game.
From this analogy, are you saying that Real Madrid and Barca are wrong for taking a bigger chunk of the La Liga sponsorship money?
Advanced country, they've put in mechanisms. It is taking time and it's gotten to this level.
Every league doesn't divide TV money equally.
Even the Premier League doesn't split money equally.
There's no league that divides TV money equally.
When we talk about things like that, we equate ourselves to the modernized.
And the
heart of. But do you expect them to pay 100,000 on shares to own a company? You pay. But when the money comes, you want to be given.
No, but who watch them?
Say again.
Nobody's watching this.
Why are you not charging him less than 100,000?
Let me explain something to you, Abeku. Do you know what can be shared equally? You know what can be shared equally? The sponsorship money. That one can be shared equally.
But
TV money is based on
TV money is based on eyeballs.
Sponsorship money has to be shared equally. But TV money should be shared based on the number of games you have on TV. Unless you are saying that everyone is getting the same amount of games.
Hold on. When you go to the Century Park, Asamra boy, they don't need
all those parts. We have to cancel all
those things. They are for funerals and ceremonies.
No. Central Park, Central Park is never for funeral. It's never for funeral. It is one of the finest. The Central Park at the Samra Boy is one of the finest we have. You have in Ghana. The supporters. No, listen, coach. You have to.
You have 2 more minutes to wrap it up.
But
I need to go.
No, I mean the 2 more minutes is when they do not come in. But when they come in, you know.
Guys, I beg you, let him make his point.
So I'm saying that the issue, you see, our problem with this league is with the clubs. The last time that they called for a meeting at the FA, it was team managers and those people that went for the meeting.
Why is Kotoko not deserving of having more money than?
That's the point. I'm telling you that when you go to the Central Park, for example, at Samra Boy, they don't need Samatex don't need Kumasi Asante Kotoko Samatex to fill that space. Even though it's 5,000 close a little.
But how many games will Samatex have on TV?
We're talking about TV. If they fill their stadium, they'll fill their stadium. TV is different too.
Hold on. Clubs take time to build fandom, right? Yeah. Samatex, by virtue of the kind of football they played in the past and what they were doing with facility-wise and what have you, started. Hold on,
don't interrupt. Let him finish.
Let's not do this.
No. Let him finish.
Just one second. Let's put an end to this. Hassan Kotoko is nationwide.
Agreed.
Nobody wants to watch those games. You don't even have star players. Nobody wants to watch your match.
No. Hold on. Coach, look, there's a way or there's understanding to this if you allow me build this point. I'm saying that again, that's my boy perspective. They don't need a Kotoko to fill that space. Mind you, there are a lot of people. You see, our clubs, when it comes to clubs that have its heart to the community, they have people who are well traveled who also would want to have these games televised for them to see. Coach,
TV rights is about numbers.
It's numbers.
Coach,
It's the numbers.
numbers.
Okay, Abeku, your point is made. Let me ask you.
I just want to say something. You see,
the other point I want you to raise.
No, we don't have time. But we need to move on.
you see, if you're talking about revenue sharing, I can agree. Sponsorship should be shared equally, fairly. But TV rights is based on viewership and the number of games you put on TV.
Even when they sign agreement, those people complain. The guys
but
you are talking about
that
who are bringing money, those are the TV rights holders. Those guys are complaining.
But you let me finish. If we agree TV rights and you say, okay, Hearts, you are getting 16 games. Kotoko, you are getting 16 games. Which team? Ashgold, they are getting 14. Whatever the case is. I'm just mentioning teams because whatever Olympics are getting 12. If you give someone text maybe 4 games.
2 games meaning 4 games.
Relax.
It's just an analogy.
It's just 2. But it's probably even going to be 4 because maybe Kotoko and Hearts home and away. So 4 games. If you are getting 4 games, you can't get the same amount of money as someone who has 16 games.
It's just not possible.
And